why don't you ask me some questions? What are some questions that you think the people that are on the call tonight that they may want some answers right now? Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds great. Me está diciendo que por qué no hacemos algo, por qué no hacemos una tipo entrevista del señor David Imonitie. Así que, además de que podríamos agarrar y cada uno de ustedes de repente compartir, ¿verdad? Alguna pregunta que le tengan para el señor David sería espectacular. All right, bro, let's do it. Me personally, I guess the first question would be, what would be your thoughts with the crisis or that people are seeing right now, either with the coronavirus or health issues, or how should they react, or how would you react? How are you reacting? In other words,
you know, first I would say that there's a tremendous amount of compassion that you have for the people right now.
Primero es que tener un montón de compasión por la gente el día de hoy.
Obviously, when you hear that families are being affected health-wise or maybe financial, your heart really goes out to them.
Cuando tú escuchas de que alguna persona haya sido afectada por este virus, tu corazón va hacia ellos.
And you know, you never want to see anything like this happen, but because of how I've trained my mind over the last 16 years, I know that something great is going to come out of this.
Yo sé que como he entrenado mi mente en los últimos 16 años, obviamente conozco que yo voy a salir muy bien de todo esto que está pasando.
You know, it's funny that you asked that question. I actually wrote down a few things that I think people can do right now that will allow them to capitalize on what's taking place right now, not capitalize on the virus, but put themselves in a much better place after it's over.
Y de hecho, curiosamente, acabo de hacer un escrito donde cómo personas pueden capitalizar, no el virus obviamente, pero capitalizar lo que está pasando en el mercado para mejorar su vida.
And I would say the number one thing that I'm doing is not to react to, but to respond by making sure that my energy and my vibration is still at a very, very high level right now.
Y lo que pasa es que no puedo sobrereaccionar para poder yo mantener mi nivel de vibración. Obviamente la vibración es muy alta.
Right? Because you have to ask yourself, what is it that I can control right now? I can't control the government. I can't control the virus. I can't control what is going on outside the world, but I still have the ability to control what's going on inside of my world. And that's how you want to live. You want to live from the inside out right now.
Y pues obviamente aprendiendo todo eso, tengo el conocimiento de que yo no puedo ahora sí controlar lo que haga el gobierno, lo que esté pasando en la economía, lo que esté pasando allá afuera. Pero yo puedo controlar mi interior. Y cuando yo controlo mi interior, mis pensamientos, mis emociones, puedo ahora controlar mi exterior.
See, a lot of people are so afraid of things that they can't control, you know, and I learned a long time ago to only focus my energy and my vibration on what I can control, which is my emotional state, to be in a place of love and in a place of gratitude.
Entonces, como me tengo que enfocar es yo mantenerme en un lugar de amor y un lugar de gratitud.
And you say, well, David, how do I do this? How do I control my vibration? How do I make sure that my vibration is at a very, very high level? Well, there's two very most important things. I'm going to give you a lot of things, but these two things are very important. Number one, you have to watch what is it right now.
Te voy a dar ahorita dos tips muy importantes para cómo mantener ese nivel de vibración alto. Posiblemente dar más tips después, pero ahorita son esos dos que quiero que escuches muy bien. El primero es a quién estás escuchando. Muy importante es a quién estás escuchando.
Yeah, a lot of people are watching the news right now. A lot of people are watching the things that are out there. And I'm not saying don't be informed, but what I am saying is don't inundate yourself and cloud your mind with all the negative things, just hearing that all day and all night.
Obviamente hay muchas cosas en la televisión, en las noticias, en redes sociales. Y obviamente yo le digo a la gente, sí, está bien, edúcate sobre lo que está pasando allá afuera. Pero definitivamente no nubles tu imaginación, no nubles tu visión, tu energía por culpa de todo eso.
And the next thing is not just watching what you're listening to, but also watch what are you looking at right now? What are you utilizing your eyes to see? Is your eyes just watching the news? Is your eyes watching all the negative things right now? Or are you watching things that are uplifting you, things that are encouraging you, things that are going to give you the right energy?
Entonces, ¿qué es lo que estás volteando a ver? ¿Qué son las imágenes que estás trayendo a tu mente? ¿Qué es lo que tú estás escuchando a diario? Para que te asegure que todo lo que tú estás escuchando y estás ahora sí viendo, le mantenga en vibración de energía alta.
And that's why Yvonne and Monica put this together, you know, because they're leaders. They're thinking, how can we motivate the people right now? How can we inspire the people right now? How can we encourage the people right now? How can we give them something to look at and also give them something to listen outside of what the world wants them to watch and listen to right now?
Entonces, por ejemplo, por eso está esta plataforma hoy en vivo, para que cada uno de ustedes, obviamente de parte de todos nosotros, tengas algo que tú puedas ver, tengas algo que tú puedas motivarte, inspirarte, que no solamente estés viendo todo el entretenimiento, todo lo que es redes sociales allá afuera, que te puede distraer de tu objetivo, sino darte esta plataforma a ti para que tú puedas ahora sí seguir manteniéndote en vibración, para que puedas seguir escuchando y viendo las cosas correctas.
And, you know, last night I launched Believe Nation, and it's a platform where people can come and get the encouragement and get the inspiration, because right now, that's what people really need right now.
Y por ejemplo, yo ayer lancé una plataforma que se llama Las Naciones de Creencia, y lo que pasa es que ahí yo creé esa plataforma, sobre todo en esta situación donde tiene que haber personas que comienzan a saber o tener el conocimiento cómo pensar de la manera correcta.
Another thing that you can be doing right now is also working out even more, you know, making sure that your body is constantly in movement right now. Everybody seems to be grounded. Everybody seems to just be staying at home right now, but you want to make sure even while you're at home, you're doing push-ups, you're doing jumping jacks, you're doing something to keep your body moving.
Otro tip que te puedo dar el día de hoy es también no solamente te mantengas en casa sentado sin hacer nada, sino mantente en movimiento. Haz ejercicio, haz lagartijas, haz jumping jacks, si quieres brinca, sentadillas, etcétera. Mantente en movimiento, porque obviamente eso te va a ayudar también a tener más energía, al contrario de toda la gente.
You also have to watch what you're eating right now, what you're putting into your body. You know, when people get lazy, they get lazy in the type of food that they actually eat. And what you're eating right now is very, very important, so your energy can stay high.
Entonces también la alimentación que estás metiendo en ti también es sumamente importante. Cuida más sobre todo ahorita la alimentación que está entrando a ti, para que mantengas la energía, los fluidos, todo lo que está entrando a tu cuerpo, y estés obviamente también sintiéndote muy bien por dentro.
Another thing you can do right now is find a way to give. How can I give in this time right now? My foundation, we just pledged $25,000, $1,000 to 25 people that have been laid off because of the crisis or been affected by the crisis in any way, shape, or form. We're taking 25 people and we're going to give them $1,000 a piece. So you've got to find a way. How can I give? How can I support someone else right now? Take the focus off of you and say, how can I give back? All of this is going to keep your energy at a very, very high level.
Otra cosa que te recomiendo para mantener la energía alta es comenzar a dar. Es una excelente oportunidad para cada uno de nosotros dar. Algo que, por ejemplo, yo personalmente hice es dar $1,000 a 25 personas diferentes, personas que les haya directamente causado daño a este virus, o también personas que en el sentido, por ejemplo, haber perdido el empleo o algo así, yo personalmente les di ese dinero y eso te ayuda también el dar a mantener la energía alta.
And last but not least, continue to pray. You know, continue to pray that whatever this is all about, that it works out for your good. All right. Continue to pray gratitude. And hey, thank you for whatever this is, that it's working out for my good, that something great is going to happen. Something good is going to come out of this. Some type of blessing is going to come from this type of tribulation. That's what I've been doing. That's how I've responded to this crisis.
Y la última cosa que te recomiendo es ora y no deja de orar si estás orando, porque obviamente yo sí me la paso orando de que alguna bendición va a venir de esto. Yo sé que van a pasar muchas cosas espectaculares a razón de esto y siempre oro y doy buena energía y obviamente bendiciones y sé que bendiciones van a venir esto también para muchísima gente por este coronavirus. Awesome, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So people, I told people to ask us some of them some questions also that some of them are asking there in the chat. And me personally, when I see a lot of people who are new and right now that we have prospects, we got guests, people who are being in follow-ups, and they always ask themselves, right, is this like real? Is this real stuff? Is David Imonitie real? Is Iván Tapia is real, right? And is this background real, or I'm just trying to sell something? So what can you say, or how would you, what was the indicator, or did David Imonitie ever fought like that in your life? Did you actually make sure that whenever you started following mentors and coaches, and the reason why I ask is, for example, in social media, you got a lot of people putting out videos of, let me show you how to prospect and sign up 200 people in 2 days, right? Stuff like that. So how does David Imonitie think about that? And how do you choose your mentors correctly in that sense?
You know, I think that you don't choose the mentor. I think the mentor chooses you. All right. And a mentor is very different from a coach. A lot of people call someone a mentor, but a mentor is someone who's really involved in your life.
Le pregunté que había personas en redes sociales, o existen personas en redes sociales que te ponen, por ejemplo, anuncios, ¿no? Que dicen, yo te enseño cómo escribir a 200 en 2 días. Sí, anuncios exagerados. Y luego de repente le digo, o sea, pero ¿cómo tú escoges a qué mentor con quién trabajar, verdad? Y él ahorita el primer comentario que me hace es, bueno, yo creo, dice que un mentor, tú no escoges a un mentor, el mentor te escoge a ti. Un coach, tú puedes escoger un coach, porque la relación del mentor y el aprendiz es una relación más estrecha, es una relación donde existe una cierta confianza, una relación, obviamente, con él. ¿Mm?
And what you have to understand is, as you're out there building your business and you're looking to be successful, there are going to be many different voices out there. But one of the things that you want to look for is, who is the person that has gotten the results that you want to accomplish? But more importantly, how many other people point to them and say, hey, because of Yvonne and Monica Tapia, we were able to live this type of lifestyle. Because of Yvonne and Monica Tapia, we were able to purchase this home. You have to see the track record of that leader, of that mentor in the lives of other people, not just their cars, not just their homes, not just their success, but how many other people have they helped succeed? That is the ultimate test of someone who is a true mentor.
Entonces, estamos aquí en vivo con David Imonitie, Sherman 500, y le está mencionando, la última o la prueba más grande para un mentor, si realmente es el mentor correcto para ti, no es solamente que si él tiene el carro, que si él tiene la casa, que si él tiene los resultados, que si él tiene las vacaciones, los viajes, la libertad. Realmente el récord o el historial de un líder es el historial de sus líderes. Entonces, el historial de sus líderes es si sus líderes están ganando, si sus líderes tienen las casas, si sus líderes tienen los carros, si sus líderes tienen el estilo de vida. Esa es la prueba ultimátum de un líder. Y así es como él realmente se da cuenta si alguien es un líder que ya es comprobado. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. That's awesome points. And I appreciate that. So we had a huge, large call right now. Like we said, like over 12,000 at one point. And so we're taking massive action right now with everything that is going on. And I'm going to keep it about what's going on right now in the world. But a lot of people maybe criticize that we're taking massive action right now through social media. And more than any time, like I was doing a call the other day and somebody sent me a message, right? And they said something like, you're inconsiderate, people are struggling. And I ignored the message. That's what I did. I didn't pay attention to it. I read it and I was like, oh, because I thought he was going to say something, right? But then I ignored it. So, but that's me and you, right? We can ignore stuff like that. So what about the new person? What about the new person that is about to launch right now and keeps thinking about launching? What would be the suggestion for him if with everything that is going on right now? And I tell people this, and when 2008, Tapia in 2009 had the biggest crisis in his lifetime, like myself, and that was the biggest recession in my lifetime. But right now, it seems like this is going to be maybe a bit bigger. It seems like it's going that way. So if it's going that way, I'm telling people this is your biggest opportunity maybe of your lifetime. So what would be maybe your suggestion, not for David or me, but for that new person right now with everything that is going on, with all the loved ones and etc. Because you're a big person on the mind, you on the belief level. So I want them to hear your amazing thoughts and all this, what's going on.
But, you know, that's why I started off the call by saying that, you know, my heart goes out to people that are suffering right now. You know, my heart goes out to people that have been affected by this with their health or affected by this financially. But this is the time when there's a crisis, when there's a challenge, this is when winners, not everybody, not the masses, but this is when winners, people with a winning mindset, decide to expand. This is when they decide, I'm going to expand my way of thinking. And I'm going to be part of a solution and not part of the problem. So if you're brand new right now, you're just getting started with us, the decision that you're making is, I want to be part of the solution. Right now, people can't work. Right now, people can't make money, right? Even people that are well, people that are not sick, they can't go to work. They're getting laid off. But if they had this skill set on how to multiply money in the largest financial market in the world, if they knew how to multiply money in Forex and in cryptocurrency, guess what? They could be at home right now and on their computer, on their phone, they could still make $100 a day. They could still make $1,000 a day. So you're giving them a solution in a time of crisis versus joining the crisis, joining the complaining, joining the crying. No, you're compassionate towards people, but now you're saying, hey, here's the solution. Here's a chance for us to expand and grow even when things are not looking so great. People in World War I and World War II, there were more millionaires that were created during World War I and World War II because most people were scattered in fear. But very few people said, you know what? This is my time. This is my time right here to expand.
Awesome. Entonces le pregunté a David cuál sería la mentalidad de una persona nueva ahorita, una persona que todavía no tiene el éxito, así como digamos algún chairman hacia arriba o sobre todo ya personas que han ganado millones. Sobre esto que está pasando, porque va a haber mucha gente negativa allá afuera que posiblemente te va a criticar o dudar. ¿Qué están haciendo en esta llamada? ¿Por qué estás conectando para ganar dinero? No sabes cómo está pasando todo el mundo. Y su respuesta fue, los verdaderos campeones es cuando aquí se levantan y expanden. Y las personas que todavía no están desarrollados para lograr esa mentalidad de campeón, es los que van a estar sufriendo y las circunstancias externas los van a estar controlando a ellos para que ellos obviamente no puedan llegar a los resultados que ellos fueron traídos al mundo para obviamente lograr. Entonces, great, bro. I appreciate that answer. And maybe this question, I love doing this question to anybody who, I mean, I got logged out for like 30 seconds, but I'm just, so, but one of the questions that I would love to do, and since somebody's trying to log me out, but whatever. One of the questions I would love you to do is to respond is, why does people don't understand why when you get to 1 million or why when you get to your goals, why do you keep going? Why do you keep stretching? Why do you keep developing your mind? And it'll be very nice if they can hear from you. They can listen from you. Why is David Imonitie still in the trenches? Why is David Imonitie still working? Why is David Imonitie still going to Latin America, expanding the markets? Why is David Imonitie still traveling 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. to make those flights? And why is it? Like, what is that inspires David? And what's the passion of David, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really simple, Yvonne. The reason why we keep going is because of the people. Because we know that there's someone else out there that is in a place right now where they want more out of life, and we can be that example to them. We could be that source of inspiration. We could be that person that gives them the belief and is that example that they could actually go out there and succeed as well. I'm addicted to watching people succeed. I'm addicted to helping people succeed. It's not about money anymore. Now, do I want more money? Absolutely. My goal is to be a billionaire, and I will be a billionaire. But that's not the driving force. The driving force is watching people's lives change. The driving force is watching people go from having nothing to having everything. When I see that, that's what keeps me going. That's what gets me excited, that there's one person in that room that I'm going to talk to, that their lives are going to be completely changed because I actually showed up at that meeting. Can I be at my house? Yeah, but I can't make the difference if I'm just sitting at home and enjoying the success that we have.
Awesome. Le pregunté a David que por qué sigue trabajando él, por qué sigue viajando alrededor del mundo, desvelándose, haciendo presentaciones de una persona, muchas personas en África, en Latinoamérica, por todos lados. Y dice, lo que a mí me impulsa a seguir trabajando, si simplemente son las personas. Es ver esa historia nueva de esa persona que de repente no tenía nada y ahora lo tiene todo. Es poder contar esa historia de esa persona y poderla ver físicamente, cómo se manifiesta. Ahora, obviamente que si me gusta el dinero, obviamente dice, si me gusta el dinero voy a ser millonario y todo, eso está parte de mis metas, pero es más importante lo que me impulsa a mí, que son las historias de las personas. Well, one of the things I love to do when I'm training people, I always, of course, when I train, I always talk about today, but normally people don't get inspired by me today. I need to tell them about when I started, right? And they get very inspired of how I started. Because that's when they say, oh man, you were broke. Oh man, you were an engineer. Oh bro, you were living with your parents, right? So all those stories, they relate. They don't relate to right now what we have. So what was David Imonitie like when he had nothing? Like, I didn't even meet David back then. I met David $200,000 a month. I met David custom tailored suits, right? That's how I met David. I met David in a Bentley, I think. So that's how I met David. So people would love to know, maybe, what was your situation back then? Where was David living back then? What age did David? Shit, like, I gotta react, right? Like, it's done. I'm tired of this. And what happened back then, and what got you moving? And let's go even a little bit on the goals. What was your first car that you wanted? Okay.
Yvonne, I actually didn't grow up in the U.S. I was born in the U.S., but I actually grew up in Nigeria. My first 10 years of my life was back in Nigeria. And in Nigeria, my parents, we were probably right above the middle class while we were living in Nigeria. I don't know if you want to translate.
Yo realmente nací en Estados Unidos, pero realmente me crié en Nigeria. Los 10 años de mi vida estuve en Nigeria. Y hablando de Nigeria, allá era, digamos, clase media, un poquito arriba de clase media para Nigeria.
And, you know, when I was 10 years old, my mother made a decision to move us to the US. And it was just my mom and my two sisters. And we were in a 2-bedroom apartment with my uncle, his wife, and his son.
Y en los 10 años, mi mamá tomó una decisión fuerte de irse a Estados Unidos con sus 2 hijos, con mi tío también y los hijos de mi tío también.
So there were 7 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. My mother would do odd jobs, and she was on welfare. So we used to get food stamps when we lived in New York. And my mom used to sell the food stamps. She would sell $10 in food stamps and get $5 for it.
Wow. So lo que hacía su mamá es de que vivían en Nueva York, vivían en un apartamento de 2 camas, ¿verdad? Para 7 personas, y mencionaba cómo su mamá recibía también ayuda del gobierno aparte de trabajar. Y esas estampillas que andan en Estados Unidos a la gente que necesitaba, su mamá las vendía, las estampillas, la valían $10, por ejemplo, y ella le sacaba $5.
And I remember my mom's first car that she purchased was a 1979 Pontiac, and we actually called that car Mercy. That was the name that we gave that car.
Yo creo que el primer carro que compró mi mamá era un Pontiac del año 1979 y era un carro que le pusimos de apodo Sálvame.
And you know, Iman, it was really tough because you know my accent was very different, my clothes were very different. You know, I used to get teased a lot in school. I didn't have the good clothes. I didn't have the good sneakers. You know, my mom did the best that she could do, you know, while I was in junior high and in high school.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a book, chapter 10, of 10 chapters, this is like chapter 3, right? Chapter 4 right now for you. So that was like chapter 2. Entonces está diciendo que cuando en aquellos momentos, pues nadie me conocía como me conocen el día de hoy. No tenía la ropa como la tengo el día de hoy, los tenis, los zapatos, hasta el acento. Dice, el acento era muy diferente, era africano.
And then, you know, I graduated high school and went to college, and I didn't finish college. You know, by the time I was 20 years old, I had 2 kids. I dropped out of school. I'd actually gone to jail for stealing a TV. So my life was really going down the drain. And at the age of 21, a frat brother of mine introduced me to network marketing. Network marketing saved my life. It literally saved my life 16 years ago.
Y me recuerdo también como pues, estábamos quebrados, muy necesitados de dinero en aquel entonces. También recuerdo una vez como a los 20 años que hasta llegué a la cárcel por robar una televisión. Entonces estaba muy necesitado. A los 21 años me introdujeron a redes de mercadeo multinivel y literalmente redes de mercadeo salvó mi vida. Y cuando digo literalmente es porque es un hecho. Hace 16 años, esto fue lo que me ayudó.
And, you know, when I got involved in network marketing, I was living with my dad, and, you know, every day I would go out there and work, and I would prospect, you know, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people a day. And, you know, I didn't have a car back then, didn't have a bank account back then, didn't even have a driver's license. I was so broke, I didn't even have a driver's license. And, but I kept working for 4.5 years, almost 5 years. I didn't make $80,000 total. And that was in 3 different companies. And in 2009, I started working with someone who was a millionaire, a mentor, a coach, someone that I could listen to. And in less than 2 years, I became a millionaire.
This is in Houston, right? All of this happened in Houston, right? Yeah. Entonces está mencionando cómo a los 21, cuando entró en redes de mercadeo, estaba viviendo con su padre. Y estuvo en 4 años aproximadamente en 3 oportunidades diferentes y nunca ganó dinero, nunca realmente creció. Estaba prospectando 5, 10, 20, 30 personas en las calles y si no tenía ni licencia de manejar. O sea, así de quebrado estaba que ni tenía ni licencia de manejar. But you didn't even have a car also, right?
No, I didn't have a car.
Entonces, no carro, no licencia de manejar, entonces salía a la calle a prospectar. Entonces, eso es lo que pasa. Why you need a driver license? I'm just kidding.
Right.
Entonces eso pasó y en el 2009 conoció a un mentor millonario, a una persona que ya que tenía un track, un historial, ¿verdad? Con muchos resultados. Mm-hmm.
And but you know, the thing is, what happened for me, Vaughn, is when I learned how to believe, that's when my life changed. When I learned the principles of how to go out and really attract what it is that I wanted, everything changed for me then. My first dream car that I wanted was a Bentley. 2010, I paid cash for one. I've probably driven, 4 Rolls Royces since then, and several different Bentleys, and a couple of Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And, the lifestyle that we have today is because of the price that was paid years ago. And I really talk about, back then. I really do. But it was huge. It was huge. So for those of you that are paying your price right now, I want you to stay encouraged, stay excited, stay positive, keep working, keep believing. And I promise you one day everything's going to work out for you.
Recuerdo mucho como el primer carro que yo tenía de meta, él era un Bentley en aquel entonces, y logré el Bentley. Después de aquel entonces ya he logrado hasta 4 Rolls Royce más Bentley, Ferrari, Lamborghini. He logrado más carros y más lujos espectaculares. Pues la realidad es que pagué el precio desde aquel entonces. Entonces, mi recomendación para cada uno de ustedes que nos están escuchando ahorita en esta llamada, sea prospecto, socio, asegúrate de ser una persona que se mantiene en el camino, se mantiene enfocado, y ojalá esto te ayude a inspirarte y darte entusiasmarte para seguir, obviamente, trabajando para tus sueños y para tus metas. Awesome, bro. I appreciate it very much. We were supposed to do 20 minutes, and I think we did like 30, so it's great. So I appreciate your time. I don't know.
Thank you so much for inviting me on, man, and continue to be great, continue to inspire so many people. I know you and your wife have touched many, many, many lives, and a lot of people are grateful. I'm grateful that you're in our lives as well. So thank you for everything that you do, man, and keep rocking and rolling, keep rising, keep being great, and we're going to impact the 1 billion people together, okay?
Yes, sir. Y estaba mencionando que está dentro de su corazón, mi familia, y gracias, me está dando gracias por todo, gracias por, obviamente, por ser parte del negocio, por invitarlos, gracias por, obviamente, estar dentro de sus vidas, y que juntos vamos a impactar la vida de 1 billón de personas, y amén a eso. I appreciate you too, bro. Thank you very much for coming, making time, because we all know we're very busy. Even if we're home, we're very busy. We're on calls almost all time. So thank you, man. I appreciate it.